to start English 2, class 12. Today is Tuesday. Now see the date. Date 14/7/2020, class 12. The Tempest, Act 5, Scene 1. We are going to start. Line number from the beginning 1, page number 105. Alright, now see here. Look at your textbook and you have to read carefully. Say, Act 5, Scene 1. So in this scene, we are going to see this forgiveness and reconciliation. Prospero forgives his enemies, Antonio, Alonso and Sebastian, as well as he forgives Estefano, Trinculo and Caliban, and there is a reconciliation. Once again they are going to become friends. So here see, Prospero, he proposes to go to Naples, and after marriage of Miranda and Ferdinand, Prospero will return. He will go back to Milan because the dukedom he is restored, which was confiscated or taken by force by his brother Antonio. See here, Prospero decides to forgive his enemies. Prospero, of course, the main character, he has suffered a lot. He was the Duke of Milan and he was dislodged from Milan in the middle of the night with the help of Alonso, Sebastian, and of course Antonio requested them, and he was paying tribute to Alonso once in a year to help him to dislodge Prospero and Miranda from Milan. Now see, Prospero decides to forgive his enemies. He decides to forgive his enemies, Antonio, Alonso and Sebastian, and other enemies are also there, Estefano, Trinculo and Caliban. If they repent, so Prospero decides to forgive Antonio, Alonso and Sebastian if they decide to repent. Repent means regret. If they live, you can say, a life of righteousness, if they become good and repent for their misdeeds, regret for their bad deeds, then Prospero will have mercy on them, he will forgive them. He reminds Alonso of the cruel manner in which the latter treated him and Miranda. He reminds Alonso of the cruel manner in the middle of the night. Prospero was forced, or he was dislodged from Milan in the middle of the night. So he reminds Alonso of the cruel manner in which the latter here, Alonso, the latter treated him and Miranda. So Miranda and Prospero, they were treated cruelly by Alonso, Miranda and Prospero. They were forced to leave Milan in the middle of the night. He accuses Sebastian of his share in the intrigue. He accuses Sebastian. He puts the blame also. He blames Sebastian, or you can say he accuses Sebastian of his share in the intrigue. In the intrigue means secret plan. So he also accuses Sebastian. Prospero accuses Sebastian. He calls Antonio an unnatural brother. Prospero calls Antonio, his own brother, an unnatural brother, who for the sake of his ambition that okay, I will become Duke of Milan, expelled natural affection from his heart. Antonio removed or expelled natural affection, love and affection towards his brother. Okay, they are expelled by Antonio, and Antonio became very cruel, and of course he took help from Alonso and Sebastian and dislodged Prospero and Miranda away from Milan in the middle of the night. Alright, now see here. He pays a tribute to Gonzalo for his sympathetic nature. Prospero, of course, appreciates Gonzalo and he pays a tribute, you can say, respect to Gonzalo for his sympathetic nature, for his kind nature, sympathetic nature, because Gonzalo supplied drinking water and certain books from his library, from Prospero's library, and some linens, garments, and he kept them in the boat in which Prospero was supposed to get down along with his daughter Miranda. So he respects, he appreciates Gonzalo, who you can say is a counselor and old man. Now say here, he then reveals his true identity. Then Prospero reveals, you can say, his true identity. Prospero now also relents towards Caliban. Prospero also relents. Relents means he becomes less angry, less severe towards Caliban, Stefano and Tringo, because these three characters, they hatched a plan to kill Prospero in his cave in daytime, in the afternoon, and become the king of that island. It is decided that all should sail for Naples, and after that, Prospero says they will sail to the Naples. So it is decided by everybody. Prospero, Alonso, Antonio, and Sebastian, Gonzalo. They decided to sail for Naples. The next morning, from where? The next morning they will depart from that island to Naples, and in Naples, Miranda and Ferdinand will get married. After attending the marriage of Ferdinand and Miranda, Prospero proposes to go to his native Milan, and after a course of marriage, Prospero proposes to go to his native place Milan. The dukedom of which has now been restored to him, and the dukedom which was confiscated, which was usurped by Antonio, is restored, is given back to Prospero. So he will go back to Milan, and he will also take the responsibility of his dukedom, and there he decides to spend the rest of his life. This is the last, you can say, scene. Now see here, scene 1. Before Prospero's cell. This scene takes place before Prospero's cell. Cell you have cave. Enter Prospero in his magic robes. Prospero comes there in his magic robe. Robe you have that cassock, that gown they put on, like the advocate, like you can say our holy fathers, they put on, you can say, cassock, gown like that. He has, you can say, one magic robe. So magic robes, and Ariel comes there. So on the stage, as the curtain goes up, we are shown Prospero and Ariel, and the scene takes place before Prospero's cave. Now Prospero says, now does my project gather to a head. He says here, now my project, my scheme comes to a climax. Now is my plan coming to its climax. Now my plan, my scheme is of course my strategy, device is coming to its climax. My charms crack not. Now Prospero says here, my charms, my magic spell, okay, works out well. It doesn't, you can say, gets spoiled or doesn't become ineffective. So my magic spells are not proving ineffective. In other words, my magic spells are, of course, quite effective. My charms break not. Then say here, my spirits obey. My spirits are obeying all my, you can say, commands. My spirits are obeying all my commands. And time goes upright with his carriage. And time is, of course, passing smoothly and bringing about the desired result. Time is, you can say, of course, moving smoothly. Time is passing smoothly, and it is, of course, bringing desired results. What I wish, that is being done. Those things are taking place. Then say here, and time goes upright with his carriage. Okay. How is the day? Now Prospero is asking what hour of the day it is. What is the time? What hour of the day it is? What is the time? He is asking. Ariel now you can say, he answers. Now see his dialogue. Ariel says, on the 6th hour, he says here, it is nearly 6 o'clock. It is nearly 6 o'clock. At which time, my lord, you said our work should cease. Cease means stop. And my lord Prospero, you told me by this time or at this time, my work will come to an end. Say here, my Lord, when our it is the time, my Lord. It is the time, my Lord, when our labors, according to your own statement, should come to an end. So as you told me, according to your own statement, it is the time that our labor should come to an end. Now Prospero says here, Prospero, I did say so. I did say so. Prospero says, I certainly said so. When I first made the storm to blow, when I first created the storm, I said so. I told you that I will set you free after 2 days. Prospero told Ariel that okay, he would set Ariel free after 2 days. When first I raised the tempest, when I first created the storm, say my spirit, how fares the king and his fellows. Now Prospero is, of course, Prospero is asking, say my spirit, but tell me, my spirit Ariel, okay, how King Alonso and his followers are getting on. How King Alonso and his followers are getting on. So say my spirit, how fares the king and his followers. How fares the king and his followers. So how King Alonso and his followers are getting on. Now Ariel, you can say answers. What Ariel says here? Confined together in the same fashion as you gave in charge. Now what he says, as you can say, you ordered me, as you told me to do, I have, you can say, put them, okay, I have restricted them, put them in a particular place and they are restricted. They are, you can say, not allowed to go away from there. So they are all, you can say, prisoners together. I can say, made prisoners together at one place. And they are exactly in the same condition. And they are exactly in the same condition in which you had ordered me to put. So you ordered me to, you can say, put them in prison and they must not, you can say, go away from there. They must be, you can say, tortured, mental torture. Generally in prison, what people have, what people get is mental torture. So in the same, so in which you had ordered me to put them and in which they were when you left them. And they were in the same condition in which you left them. The same condition in which they were left by you. Then say here, just as you left them, all prisoners, all are, you can say, made prisoners. There you can say, put, you can say together in one place. Sir, in the lime grove, they are put, you can say, among the lime grove. Lime grove, because you have trees. Among the, you can say, trees, there is a place. So in that place, they are, you can say, kept together and they are made, you can say, prisoners. So all prisoners are in the lime grove, which whether feeds your cell, and that grove, those, you can say, trees, they of course protect, you can say, your cell in bad weather. So in that place they are kept together and they are made prisoners. So all prisoners are, what it says, they are all prisoners are in that grove of lime trees, which protects, you can say, your cell against rough weather, against bad weather. So in that grove, in that garden, they are, of course, kept. Now see here, they cannot budge till your release. Now so they cannot, you can say, move away from there. Till, you can say, you allow them to go away from there. So they are, you can say, no position to move away from there. They cannot move away from there till you set them free, till they are set free by you. The king, his brother, and yours abide, all three distracted. Now say here, what it says here, the king Alonso and your brother Sebastian, and your, you can say here, and Alonso's brother, you can say, Sebastian, and your brother Antonio. Okay, continue there. They are also, you can say, put together. They are also made, you can say, prisoners. Continue there. All three of them, you can say, in a state almost of madness, and I have kept them, you can see here, in a state of madness. So they are, you can say, restricted and kept there, and they are kept, you can say, in a state of madness. Okay, abide all three distracted, and the reminder mourning over them. Now see, all of them, while the others, these three characters are there, Alonso, Sebastian, and Antonio, they are kept there. While while others bemoan their state. Others bemoan, they also can say cry, they also produce a sad sound from their mouth. So while the others bemoan their state, with hearts almost overwhelming with grief, they bemoan, you can say that, they bemoan with hearts almost overwhelming with grief. Their heart is filled with grief because they are tortured, they are given physical torture, mental torture, mainly mental torture you can say in prison. Okay, and disappointment. So they are, of course, their heart you can say is overwhelmed or overwhelming with grief and disappointment. Okay, brimful of sorrow and dismay. Brimful of sorrow and dismay. Their state with okay. They are bemoaning and others are bemoaning their state. Okay, their state they are bemoaning, there is crying, sighing, and so on. With hearts almost overwhelming with grief and disappointment. That is the meaning of this brimful of sorrow and dismay. Okay, but chiefly him that you term sir. But chiefly that person whom you can say called sir, that is, you can say Gonzalo, an old man, is a counselor. The good old Lord Gonzalo, and he is, you can say, the good old Lord Gonzalo. He is an old man, he is a counselor. His tears run down his beard. His tears are running down, you can say, on his beard. Gonzalo's tears are running down on his beard like winter's drops. So it is exactly like in the same manner, or you can say exactly like the melting icicles flow down. Melting icicles flow down the eaves of thatched cottages. So that house, thatched you can say, so on that of course the icicles will melt and falls drop by drop. Like that, tears of Gonzalo is running down on his beard and falling down. Your charm so strongly works them. Now see what he says here. Your magic has worked upon them. So Sparrow, I can say, my Lord, your magic has worked upon them so powerfully. Okay, they have worked so powerfully that if you were to see them at this time, if you were to see, you can say, those people, Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, Gonzalo, and others, to see them at this time, your feelings of sympathy would surely be aroused. Certainly you will take pity on them, you will have mercy on them, because their condition, you can say, is really wretched, really you can say in their critical condition, bemoaning, crying, sobbing, shedding tears, and so on. Now see here, Prospero, what Prospero says here. Dost thou think so, a spirit? He is asking. Is it what you think, a spirit area? So is it what? Is that what you think? Okay, this is what you think. Why you can say a spirit area? Area says, mine good sir, where I human. So this is what, okay. Those thou think so, a spirit. He is asking. Is that what you think? That means, is it so? What you are thinking, that you saw their condition, their wretched condition, and sympathy arose, you can say, in your heart. So is it that what you think? Now Ariel says, mine roots are where I human. He says, okay, my sympathy, my feeling, my feelings of sympathy, sir, would have been aroused. My feelings of sympathy would have been aroused if I had been, you can say, a human being. In other words, if I were a human being, certainly the feelings of sympathy would arouse, you can say, in my heart, okay, for them. To look at them, certainly it will arouse feelings of sympathy in my heart. Now Prospero says here, what Prospero says, and mine shall, and he says, and my sympathy would now be aroused too. He says, and now my sympathy also will be aroused, you can say, in my heart. To think of them, to look at them, to look at these characters who are suffering, who are bemoaning, who are shedding tears, crying for help, and so on. Hast thou, which art whate'er, a touch, a feeling of their affections? Now you can say, he is asking, you are only an airy spirit. So he says here, hast thou, which art but air? Have you been, you can say, now you can say you are only air, spirit. You are not seen, you can say, by people's naked eyes. Only I can see. Only Prospero can see Ariel, and Ariel can see Prospero. So he says, you are only an airy spirit, Ariel. And yet you are feeling touched by sympathy of their misery. And you are, you can say, feeling touched by sympathy of their misery. They are suffering, and it has touched, okay, your heart with sympathy, okay, of their affection. And shall not myself one of their kind. Don't you think sympathy, you can say, will arouse, you can say, in my heart for them, because I am a human being. So he is asking, I am a human being like them. Prospero says, I am a human being like them, and I have feelings as sharp as they have. And my feelings are also, you can say, as sharp as they have. And passions which they experience. And passions also which these characters experience, I too have, like that, you can say, passions which they experience. So here what it says, and shall not myself one of their kind, that relish all as sharply, relish all as sharply. So see, they experience, you can say, here misery, they experience, of course, you can say, here strong feelings, suffering, okay. So don't you think it will arouse, you can say, in my heart also, because I am, you can say, a human being like them. So what he says here, shall not I then be moved? So shall not I then be moved to even greater sympathy by their misery than you are? So say, when you look at them, and you can say, sympathy is aroused in your heart to see their miserable condition. I am a human being like them, as sharply they experience. Likewise, I too experience. So don't you think I too will be moved even greater sympathy by their misery, then you can say you are moved. Okay, passion as they be kinder moved than thou art. So I am a human being, I will be, you can say, easily touched by that, you can say, of course, sympathy. I mean, now I will be touched, you can say, by their sufferings and so on. Sympathy will arouse in my heart for them, because they are, you can say, in miserable condition. Then say, thou with their high wrongs I am struck to, though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick. Now see, he explains, though they have done wrong to me. Alonso, Antonio, Sebastian, they have wronged to him. So of course you can say he has become very angry. He is enraged by their bad deeds, their wrong deeds to Prospero. So they did me great injustice, these characters. And Antonio, Alonso and Sebastian, they did me great injustice, which wounded deeply the most sensitive part of my nature. Okay, and they have, you can see that, they have, you can say, wounded me deeply the most sensitive part of my nature. Okay, and I felt enraged with them. I felt, you can say, very angry with these characters, Antonio, Alonso and Sebastian. Yet with my noble reason against my fury do I take part. And then he says here, and yet now I find myself on the side of my lofty rational senses. Yet I find myself, you can say here, on my lofty rational sense, which is opposed to my wrath, which is opposed to my anger against them, which is opposed to my anger against them, and which urges me to have pity on them, Now, so they have done, in other words, they have done wrong to me, great injustice to me, they have done wrong to me, and my intention, my desire is to take revenge on them. Then he says here, but my, of course, the lofty rational sense, but you can say my, of course, lofty rational sense, my reasoning power, because no, I think about, you can say, these characters, then of course my anger, you can say, is opposed, my anger is opposed, and which forces me to have pity on them. When I see them, you can say, suffering, then you can say my anger is opposed, and I am, you can say, opposed now, opposed. It urges me, my, you can say, reasoning power, my insight urges me to have pity on these characters, Alonso, Sebastian and Antonio. Alright, now say here, the rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. Now he says, Prospero says, the virtue of forgiveness. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. The virtue of forgiveness is nobler. Prospero explained this very important line. The virtue of forgiveness is nobler than the spirit of revenge. The virtue of forgiveness is nobler than the spirit of revenge. And that virtue does greater credit, credit to a man. That virtue does greater credit to a man. Virtue is goodness. That virtue does greater credit to a man than does his desire for revenge. If he has virtue, he will forgive. Then he will have peace of mind. He will do many work. Many work he will do. His own work, he will not be disturbed. And if he has desire to take revenge, then he will become angry and he will spoil, his own work. Now see here, they being patent. Now see here, as they are now repenting of their misdeeds. These characters, Antonio, Alonso, and Sebastian, they are repenting, regretting. Repenting is regretting of their misdeeds. I do not feel inclined to feel angry with them. I don't feel inclined, I don't have any intention to be angry with these people because they are repenting, they are regretting for their misdeeds to Prospero and Miranda. Now see what he says here. The sole drift of my purpose doth extend not a frown further. Then he says, so he says here, I am not, intended, or I don't have any intention to take, to take revenge on them or to be angry with them, even a bit more. Even a bit more means even a little bit. I don't want to be angry with them. The sole drift of my purpose doth extend not a frown further. Go release them. Ariel, you go and set them at liberty. So go and release them, Ariel. My charm I shall break. He says, I will stop my magic spell. I will terminate the effects of my magic now. I will stop the effect of my magic now. Their senses I shall restore. I will restore their sanity to them. That means they will return to their normalcy. They will be given, their reasoning power. They will reason, they will think, they will make out where they are. They will not be kept in a state of madness. So I will restore their sanity to them. And they shall be themselves. And they shall again become their normal selves. And they will become again their normal selves. Once again they will become normal selves, they will become normal men. Ariel says, I shall fetch them, sir, exit. And Ariel says, I will go and bring them here, sir, exit. And he leaves the stage. Now see what we can say here. He says, Ariel and Prospero says here, you elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes and groves. Now he says, you fairies who dwell upon hills. You elves, fairies you can say once again, spirits of hills, brooks in running streams. You are residing, you are dwelling. And lakes, and the stationary waters of, you can say here, lake. And groves, and among the trees, which you can say grow thickly together. So you spirits live among all these things, on the hills and in the running streams, and you can say in the stationary water, and among the trees and among the groves, among the trees, you are dwelling, which grow you can say thickly together. Now see what he says, Prospero. And you that on the sands with printless foot do chase the evening Neptune and do fly. And he says here, and you fairies who